I haven't decided what to do with her yet. Hmm. Her fate is a blank slate, a story yet to be written. So I offer you the pen. I simply adore random choices. Give me yours, Buttercup. What punishment befits her? Anyway, back to the story. Eventually, he stormed the castle, dropped his bow, and begged for a job in my court in exchange for changing the song to anything else. He was desperate, and I was a villain. Everything aligned incredibly well. I love that. I don't know why this dude is working for me right now, but I love him. He's this is why I'm like we get along. This is so funny. Now he's my royal huntsman. The dwarf march is replaced with a lively elven sea chanty, and let no one dare accuse me of being callous and heartless. Now he has a salary, good food, clothing, and entertainment, and a full guarantee of non dismemberment. Wow, that was gracious though. He could have made it so bad. That sounded like a heavenly curse kind of situation. Right when you think they're gonna murder you, they won't. They won't in Minecraft. You missed the opportunity to change his dwarf national anthem to a dwarf serenade. Honestly, I'm like, a happy ending, right? I want this one. I'm like, you missed the chance to be like, this is their local pop singer now. Buttercup, where were you before? Horse horse odes and comparisons to oh still, oh my gosh, he's going off now. I can't even read, I'm laughing. Horse odes and comparisons to long stalactites. I'm sorry, I can't say that word. Stalactites. Okay. Horse odes and comparisons to long stalactites. Endless rhymed verses about the shrine of a beloved's beard. Wow. It's a refined, devilish thing. Why didn't I think of it myself? I mean, it's just I was being sarcastic. Don't take it seriously. To torment a man, and not with sounds of war and patriotism, but with the clumsy, heartfelt caterwauling of a species he despises, turning a love song into an instrument of pure heart wrenching agony. Brilliant. I'm like, it's just funny. Well, I'll steal your idea for the future. Hey, pay me in royalties, man. Come on. Royalties. You ain't stealing nothing from me. And finally, the witch. In a classic giant hat, under which you could easily fit another witch, she tried a different approach seduction. She attempted to charm me, to gain my trust, and become my spouse. A fatal miscalculation. She didn't consider the fact that I never trusted big hats. Honestly, fair. Or people, especially when they both come in hand. Come hand in hand. Oh yeah, come hand in hand. When they both come hand in hand. I didn't read that right. And those who wear suspenders and a belt at the same time, a person who doesn't even trust their own pants, certainly cannot earn the trust of His Highness. How skinny? I kind of like, either they're skinny or like the pants are huge. I'm like, which one is it though? Then again, I don't trust His Highness either. I don't trust myself, especially the left side of my brain, especially on Thursdays. But back to hats. Cool. He's trying to get me off my game. But what he doesn't understand is I'm not on a game. This is just me. This is just me. I hate big hats too. Oh, I adore big hats. Hats don't even evoke any particular feelings in me. I'm not gonna simp to you, so they don't really bring me anything. No love, no hate, not even mild annoyance. Really? I suggest you quickly develop a strong opinion about them. They say it's a highly entertaining hobby. And useless, like any good hobby. True, true. Meanwhile, the witch was quite overt in her murderous intentions, jingling with all of her concealed weapons. Why does a witch need so many blades? She must have been very bad at witchery. That's what I was about to think. Literally not think. That's what I thought. In any case, she now resides in my dungeon. And you see, I haven't decided what to do with her yet. Hmm. Her fate is a blank slate, a story yet to be written. So I offer you the pen. I simply adore random choices. Give me yours, Buttercup. What punishment befits her? What if I say set her free? Like, let her go. Because I've been off my own chains over here, okay? What? Does he really want me to decide what to do with a real person? Can I even save her? This is what I just thought, but I'm pretty sure that won't happen. But does it matter what I choose? Probably not. It probably doesn't. Everything here follows his whims anyway. But as long as I can play the circus monkey, I have a chance to get out of here alive. Maybe I should just entertain him. Damn, what should I do? What I should do is save again because there's so many choices in this. I think the craziest thing would be to spare her. No one would expect that. Turn her hat into a small one. Hmm. Let's try this one. It's gonna get us killed, but I want to say turn her hat into a small one. I think the craziest thing would be to spare her. No one would expect that. A quiet chuckle escapes his lips. Yeah, using mercy as a weapon of chaos, are we? I forgive her, not out of kindness, but because it's the most illogical, unpredictable, and therefore maddening thing to do. Yeah, I'm like, yeah. I was thinking that. I was like, hmm. But I wanted to turn her head into a small one. Why does she have a huge head anyway? It's taking up so much space. Social distancing hat, maybe? Maybe. She'll spend her life waiting for me to change my mind, waiting for me to jump out from behind a tree and send her back to the dungeon. Wonderful. Such an incredible psychological torment. So be it. Wait, you actually trusted me? Like, what? Okay. It is what it is. This guy is the epitome of people's free will. They will do what they we will do what we want. Well, at least she'll be alive. Something's missing from the tale. You never told me about the monster itself. I suppose that's the end of the tale. I want to know about the monster. You didn't tell me. You didn't tell me, though. Dear, who cares about those monsters anyway? Insist, I do. If monsters are muck, then I'm the pig, you see? I want him to admit it's himself. How eloquent. All right, all right. I must admit, this will be my first performance like this. Derian sounds a bit bewildered, it seems. Allow me to toss my mind up and see how it lands. You see, the monster was originally much more modest and less majestic. Oh, it looks like a little cat. Cute cat with a crown hat. Small crown hat. No big cat head hats here. But we all have to start somewhere, right? Then my head suddenly became a bit crowded. First whispers, then arguments, then full fledged discussions that had to be participated in and involved in inanimate objects. Guests in a jar, guests in a jar doors, closets, even in cookie jars. Every container of a potential foe. And I was surrounded by containers. To be fair, sometimes they told funny stories. But but why was I afflicted with this curse? Pondering it drives me mad, even more so. It seems the question is meant for me. It seems the question is meant for me. Why were you afflicted? Okay, I gotta say, I'm saving so much. Were you cursed for arrogance, greed? Did you touch a cursed artifact? Maybe some ring of yours? Does your family have anything in common with the Habsburgs? He said everything around him was a sort of thing. It sounds like a curse, an ancient artifact. It doesn't seem like it was greedy, it was just there, from what we're getting. I have no idea who the Habsburgs are. Hmm. A cursed artifact, maybe? My dear, I'm afraid you've confused cause and effect. It's I who drive rings mad, not the other way around. Oh, any poor innocent artifact I happen to touch might start screaming uncontrollably, or trying to ask those around it about the meaning of their lives. No, I'm afraid it's a bit more benign. It's all about rotten blood. Too pure, I beg your pardon. The it was the parents one. I was just guessing that, and I was like, I have no idea what that is. So maybe, yeah, that was the one. My great grandfather issued a decree forbidding death from old age, and a distant aunt believed in a colony of sentient mold was living in her walls, claiming her inheritance. But I always thought that I would be spared this fate. I had to be, temporarily isolated, to avoid embarrassing guests at royal balls with the young prince pointing at noble lords and saying, "Ha ha, the gnomes finally got out from under my bed." What a misfortune for the entire family, except for those in line for the throne before me. My death would have solved many problems for my family. Ah, he has family issues. Same, same. Wow, this guy. Oh my goodness. Darian, what is happening? Why so similar? And indeed, many of my own problems too. I made a decision. We made it, to be precise. We made it, to be precise. There was already a whole council of us by then, him and his containers. However, Chaos had other plans. A god, a goddess, a cosmic clerical error. I don't know. Something ancient and terribly bored found itself a new source of entertainment. It offered me a throne, my own corner of reality to rule, where the fragments of my mind would become the laws of the land. No more restrictions, or bans for my subjects, if I wished. My subjects. At first, they disagreed, but then they came to terms, or their minds changed to fit the new realities. And here I am. A dramatic silence ensues. Perhaps. Oh, it's me thinking. A dramatic silence ensues. Perhaps I'm the first being to hear this story in centuries of his existence. I must choose my next words carefully. Dang, what a life. We're at page 6 already. Wow. For saving. Will you give me a tip? She's like, will you pay me? I really sympathize with you and all your multiple personalities. Oh, he has BP. Sorry, not that. So you're still in a cage? It must be rather lonely here. He did say it's a cage, but a bigger one. And he said it's from another type of like being or whatever. Shake your head. How could you just lock a family member in a tower? It's unthinkable. So you're still in a cage? No, no, no cages. More like a playground with surprisingly silent infants. But I don't blame them. I have the best shovel. It's no wonder I embarrass them so much. Or maybe it's because I love to create explosions. Tell me, have you ever been exploded? Or no, don't tell me. Let it be a surprise. Do you really sympathize with someone who dragged you into his dimension to tell silly stories and feed you purple goo? I do. It's too relatable. I have no idea how, but it is. People never cease to amaze me. Not meaningfully or touch his hand. I think that one in this is definitely a romance option, but it might also get us exploded. This is like, okay, I'm friendly now. It's okay, but we gotta go back to the store and you gotta get yourself a Powerade. Touch his hand. I feel like I would not meaningfully. The shadows finally dissolved into nothingness. I had just saved someone from a terrifying fate at the hands of a madman. I feel a certain pride, but a pleasant addition to the horror I've felt for the past hour. I'm afraid royal duties await me. Our time is up. Shall I send you back, Buttercup? I wanted to touch his hand. I will go back and see what it's like. Okay. Okay, did I save? Oh, okay, I'll go back and load it. Shall I send you back, Buttercup? I rise from the chair. I squeeze my eyes shut. The light is blinding, even with my eyes closed. So unusual after all this darkness. The jar is full of money. It was all worth it. Hey, being a good person pays, man. Greetings, organism. How was your work progressing? I see the first transaction was successful. Acceptable. Still, this doesn't save you from the threat of cleaning sanitary facilities. Man, can you just let me have my wonderful moment? We just made a bestie. We just made somebody happy. Someone who clearly has not had the chance to just really realize where they've been in life and just sit down and evaluate stuff. But it happened because I called his bluff about human meat in Minecraft. What? It is a wonderful starting point for your entire tiny life. Sub boss Bob man. Let me just save and I want to go back. I want to see what happens when we touch his hand because I wanted to touch his hand. Following a strange impulse, I reach out to his hand resting on the table. His gaze falls, not me blushing. His gaze slowly follows my movement, lowering to our hands. This time, no commentary. Instead, his thumb begins to trace patterns on the back of my hand with surprising tenderness. Oh, this story is so sweet. The shadows finally dissolve into nothingness. I just saved someone from a terrifying fate at the hands of a madman. I feel a certain pride, but it will be a pleasant addition to the horror I've felt for the past hour. I'm afraid royal duties await me. Our time is up. Shall I send you back, Buttercup? I rise from the chair. It's extra! And suddenly I feel him press against my back. Aww. One of his hands grips me as I just above the crook of my elbow, while the other gently rests under my chin, tilting my head back until my ear is just a couple of centimeters from his lips. Aww. But don't think for a second that this is goodbye. No, it was merely an overture. Ah, I'm keeping this ending, guys. Shut it. His voice, usually so mocking and calm, now sounds eerily sinister. A cold thumb lightly strokes the line of my jaw. I try to suppress a shiver. You were a very interesting. You were a very interesting, incredibly curious guest. Possibly the most curious one I've had in centuries. But I found that I don't want our acquaintance to end here. It's terribly unfair that you've learned a couple of my secrets and revealed so few of yours, isn't it? I can't tell whether he's flirting or threatening. He's doing both, darling. He's doing both. Perhaps both. A bird trapped in a cage of bills, failures, and endless anxiety. How high could you fly once the cage is opened? Your shift will end, the sun will rise, and you'll want to head home. Perhaps on something more elegant than a bus? Is he like getting exciting, setting? He's trying. Are you trying to be a sugar daddy? Don't you dare! I risked up a madman. I wanted to pick this one, but I was like, I want to see what happens when we just leave him. But this is my choice. This is the outcome that would have happened. Okay, this is my action. Not what if it's happening. Maybe in a carriage of polished bones. That tickled my gothic fancy so much I had no idea. Okay, stop. Stop, Derian. Stop it. We get it. We get it. You're cool. We will meet again, Buttercup. Very, very soon. And next time, I won't let you go so quickly. Ooh. I squeezed my eyes shut. I don't know why that tickled my gothic fancy. I was like, damn, a carriage made of bones. I genuinely was like, oh, damn, that's good. Okay, hold on a minute. The light is blinding, even with my eyes closed. So unusual after all this darkness. Okay, then our boss money's there. It's full of money. We still got a tip. Okay, so both sides. I genuinely was myself, and turns out I'm hot. I'm charming and charismatic, darling. And I apparently eat things with a bluff. Let's go. Greetings, organisms of progression. And our boss man is happy. Okay, let's go. What? Okay, let's go. Even more than successful, the client tried to fill the entire station with money, probably due to extreme affection for you, organism. I mean, yes, he is husbando, apparently. Unfortunately, the terms of the intergalactic treaty do not allow such actions. Yes, thank God, because you would have paid me minimum wage and took all my tips anyway. You butt, you bulbous butt. Okay. Tips exceeding the amount set by the council by approximately. Oh, I'm not reading that number, but let's try. I'm just gonna read it by 194,939,393,000% were disintegrated to my great regret. Yeah, truly unfortunate. To my great regret as well, because I could have taken and pocketed that. Okay, she's like, damn, I could have just paid off my loans and everything. So, a man god from another world likes me? In some sense. That's possibly worse than not being liked at all. Okay. Save. We don't need to go back. I'm not gonna return or change anything. I like where it is, and I'm happy with that. Oh wow. Okay, our dude really spent this. So let me just get this here. We spent time with our dude here. The very first client sent me to another dimension and nearly turned me into a cash register. That did not happen. Work is going well, sir. Can I quit? Yeah, we just work is going well. Excellent. Maintain this level of productivity. You may be rewarded with an additional 5 minute feeding break. What? 5 minute feeding break if you can find food. What? Rejoice in my generosity. Ha 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 ha. Happy, overjoyed rejoicing. Ha ha. Oh god, he's horrible. He's really bad at this. Actually, he's technically good at being a terrible employee, a manager, and employer. Continue working. I am expecting a positive emotional reaction. What? I am proud of you, and will, and I will be even prouder if you acquire even more currency. Ah, Mr. Krabs, never change, never change. Your tactic of adjusting carefree organism is clearly paying off. I know, darling. I know. I know. Goodbye, Mr. Manager. Your tentacles shine particularly beautiful at this time of day. Yeah, let's glaze him. Your comment regarding the shine of my appendages is noted, organism. The secret is a meticulous regimen of polishing them with void bibble slime. Wow, say that 5 times. Goodbye. And he leaves. Just wow. Just drops it. Bye. He slaps across the floor to his office. Slaps? Wow, that is interesting. As soon as Bob's rhythmic wet slaps fade away, a deep silence descends on the station. One moment, I'm in a surreal forest, dining on purple goo with a mad god. A god who liked me so much that he offered me a ride back to his world in a carriage made of bones. The next moment, I'm being praised by a multi-eyed tentacle monster. Maybe these are all just my deathbed hallucinations. I'm going insane. Some part of me enjoys these mad adventures. God, give me back my pills, my noodles, my arguments with strangers on the internet. No, we're not a Redditor. I'm not a Redditor of all things. No. I'm going insane. My I'm an adrenaline junkie. Disgusting. Now I have to deal with that too. In the midst of my contemplation, terrifying sounds emit from my boss's office. Unfair bills! Unacceptably large numbers! Of course, what else could upset him so much if not that? Steps. Another visitor. This one decided to come in through the door for a change. And we save. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. This is so fun. I flippin' love him. We got our man Jester somehow. I was like, why do I run into y'all so much? Y'all are weird. But it is what it is. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching. And stay tuned. This game is so pretty. I love it. I love it so much. It's actually so pretty. The story actually I got into learning about the lore more than I thought I would. So this is so pretty. Do check them out on itch.io. It's for like the Spooktober thing happening. It's so pretty. Oh yes, yeah. With that all being said and done, thank you. Do like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get notified whenever I post. I love y'all guys. Thank you for the support so far, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye. Oh my goodness, we ended up with another jester. Oh, maybe I am just a wonderfully mad lass, but nah, couldn't be me, couldn't be me. Nah, bye.